Simpson. And Japan have gone absent without leave. This is Whitmore. Hall and Gale both available. It's still Whitmore. It is the Reggae Boys who take the lead.
Greetings, football lovers. Happy Football Sunday. Happy Ballchat Football Sunday. Welcome to Ballchat Podcast. My name is Benton, one of the hosts, along with the family. Come on, Junior. Well, go on, family. What are you doing?
Good enough. Can't complain.
Yeah, can't complain. Welcome back to Club Football. Junior Wagwan family, you're looking not at peace. I'm looking a little bit distressed. Family, how you doing?
When you walk with the Lord in the light of his earth, what a glory. I'm singing trust and obey. Trust and obey, as the songwriter says.
Trust and obey in Ollie football family. Football family, as you're rolling into Ball Chat, joining us, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Subscribe to the channel, family. Up the subscription button. Press the subscription button. Also, smash the like button. We're going to do wall-to-wall coverage of football. We have club football that resumed this weekend. We're going to get ready for ballers and bugs, highlighting the impressive and unimpressive players. We're going to get our final analysis of the CONCACAF World Cup Qualifiers match day. The recent matches that occur in the lay of the land in CONCACAF World Cup Qualifiers. And we wrap up with yard ballers, highlighting the Jamaican players playing a trade overseas, and then highlight Jamaican football in general. But we're kicking off with ballers and bugs. Ballers been the impressive players of the week. It's a live show, family, live and interactive show. We want comments, we want questions, we want feedback. Smash the like button, up the subscription. If you have ballers and bugs, send them on. Let's get to ballers of the week. Come on, who do you have as your ballers, as an impressive players of the week?
I have a couple. So I have to give it up to my guy Mendy. Mendy is my baller. Mendy actually single-handedly, and Chilwell scored, but Mendy was rock solid. He was a rock star for us. Bobby Firmino with that hat trick. You know, how can we leave out Bobby? Because he wasn't starting, hot. He wasn't playing hot, but he has picked up the tempo. So hat trick for him. And I also want to give a shout out to Wolves for being 2-0 down in the 80th minute and came back to win 3-2 versus Aston Villa. So Mendy, Bobby Firmino, and Wolves.
Mendy, Firmino, and Wolves. Big up to Mendy. What a youth. Wassina goal was exceptional for Chelsea, as Chelsea hang on. Junior, them hanging on for dear life as they defeated a feisty Brentford 1-0. Junior, who do you have as your ballers of the week, or ballers of the week, family, highlighting impressive players?
You know, the lion himself, Mr. Yeah, you hear me, right?
Yeah, man, we are here, man, loud and clear. We know your Manchester United vice gone, but your football vice is still here. We're hearing you loud and clear.
Yeah, so
ballers of the week, family.
My ball of the week definitely Mr. Mohamed Salah, the lion himself, the Egyptian lion. I'll tell you something. I hear a comment on NBC Sports where they said that we're going to look back at this moment and said this Mohamed Salah was one of the all-time greats, right? But he's not getting the credit that he deserves right now. So I'm going to highlight Mohamed Salah for keeping Liverpool in the top three, actually up top of the table. Every year when I am saying they're going to fall off, Salah is playing Ballon d'Or like.
Should he get the Ballon d'Or? Come on, Mohamed Salah. I mean,
I think so. I'm not a Liverpool fan, so yeah. I'm not being biased here. And we talked about this before. We've said if he was an English-born player, we would hear more about Mohamed Salah. I mean, it's unfair to say that, but it's just facts. He does not get the credit that he deserves. And we saw that with Luis Suarez, and we've seen that with Mohamed Salah. Today, Harry Kane got off the mark with a goal, and it was like the second coming of Christ for Harry Kane to score a little idiot goal for Newcastle. So Salah deserves all the credit that he's getting, and he should win it.
Yeah, yeah, impressive running, impressive play from Mohamed Salah. Jurgen Klopp says, I mean, come on. Jurgen Klopp said, to paraphrase, how can you not admit that he's the best in the business right now? I mean, he's definitely in the conversation. Junior's Ball of the Week, Mr. Mohamed Salah, exceptional play this weekend, both at the international and club level, doing big things. My ballers of the week. Have to pivot a little bit and give a ball of the week to Anthony Grant for the Reggae Boys. Sitting in the base of that midfield, the Reggae Boys defeated Honduras 2-0 in CONCACAF World Cup Qualifiers. Honduras is a bug side. Whatever you want to say about Honduras, but I thought Anthony Grant has been a gem in the Reggae Boys midfield. Exceptional play for the Reggae Boys. And I also want to give a ball of the work to the one Mr. Stew himself, Serge Gnabry, the man, the stewing man of Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich kick out Bayer Leverkusen, teach 5-1. And I know Lewandowski get the limelight, and Lewandowski also scored. But I want to give Serge Gnabry ball of the week. I thought he was excellent for Bayern Munich. Scored 2 goals, and it's only Bayer Leverkusen. But big up to Serge Gnabry on that and his wonderful play. Football family, if you have ballers and bugs, send them on. We'll go ahead and read them out. Bugs of the week, unimpressive players. Come on, who do you have as your unimpressive player of the week?
I have to give it to Harry Maguire. I just don't understand. And this is where we talk about the English players. Harry Maguire is different positions, but Harry Maguire cannot tie Mohamed Salah's laces. How is he the captain of the big bad Manchester United? It is ridiculous. I think all 4 goals yesterday we can credit to some madness by Harry Maguire. He's just not good. And the fact that somebody scouted this player and paid 80 million for him, I mean, it just says, as a matter of fact, I should give Manchester United the bug of the week. So we're going to tap them in there. We're going to tack on the PE coach. And the captain of Manchester United deserves a big bug of the week.
Bug of the week at Manchester United, Harry Maguire. Junior, unimpressive players of the week, family. Who you got as your bug of the week?
Why, it going to sound cruel, you know. But after beating Honduras, I have to give it to the JFF, number 1. Because when we look at what Jamaica has done over the 6 games, and look at what attrition, the attrition of players pulling out, some have to go back at them clubs, some players injured, and look how the team is playing better. Obviously, there's something wrong with the selection process. So JFF for sure. Harry Maguire had his hat-trick. I mean, he scored a hat-trick. So I really want to give the bug of the week, but you have to give it to Ole. Ole come out and say, boy, Harry Maguire returned back to practice Friday, coming off a serious injury. Friday. And Saturday he walked out with an armband. I need not say anymore. So JFF, for them proving to us that they cannot pick a squad. Because I don't want to hear about a top pick side. JFF can't pick a team. So when injuries pick a team for you and the team play better, something wrong with you, no? And just Ole being Ole.
Just Ole. Well, the Manchester United fan just come with the bug of the week to Ole and Manchester United. You know what? Bug of the week, my bugs of the week. I have a couple bugs of the week. Solomon Rondon. How this brother end up being the striker for Everton? I know Dominic Calvert-Lewin is out with injuries, but Rafa, we rate you. You're an excellent manager. We don't know, say you are the general. You have done well at Valencia. You did well at Liverpool. You did well at Newcastle. But brother, Rondon, you tell me Solomon Rondon is the only striker, is the best available backup striker out there. This brother can't even make a one-touch pass to a teammate. Come on. So he's a bug of the week. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and give Manchester United players, all of them, bug of the week. All of them. CR7, David Gea, Matic. Matic says everyone is sad, end quote. I mean, everyone is sad. Ole puts the players on the field. Pogba saying that there needs to be a change. But bottom line is that these players are playing at bug level. No commitment, no resilience, no fighting for the shirt. Manchester United, all 11 players and the bench warmers get bug of the week. Maybe we'll give a pass to Marcus Rashford because he's just coming back. But brother, Manchester United is in a pathetic state. And the players, along with the coach, should get bug of the week. But yo, in the depth on the field and the effort is pathetic. Manchester United get my big bug of the week. Football family, if you have ballers and bugs, send them on. We're going to continue to highlight them. Let's get to our EPL roundup as club football return. Big side, Manchester United lost to Leicester City. Come on, I mean, what do we make of this one? What do we make of this one? As I have the schedule, but let's get to the results before we even get to that schedule. What do we make of this loss to Leicester City? Yes, Leicester City have defeated them in recent memory, but what do you make of this defeat? Come on.
Manchester United to get 4-2 from Leicester. I mean, it is. I don't know what to say. Leicester led Manchester United in the most of the major stats. Like Leicester had 22 shots to Man U 18, 11 shots on target for Leicester versus 6 to Manchester United. You know, I don't know if I must cuss Ole, because I think Ole put the right squad, barring Harry Maguire with the injury. But I just don't think Harry Maguire is good, period. I mean, I think I don't know. I'm not going to leave it to Junior, but I just don't think he's the man for the captaincy or a good enough player for Manchester United. But Ole put the right squad out there. I mean, Ole had his stars. Fergie complained about putting Cristiano Ronaldo. He was on the pitch as well. So who are we to really cuss? Ole or cuss the players them? It was just not their day. And I think Leicester played with more vigor. I think they were more urgent. And I think they attacked the vulnerable side, which was Harry Maguire's side. So I'm not going to kill Ole this time. But the players deserve to look into themselves. When Pogba is talking about there needs to be changes, what changes? I mean, like, what is it that he wants Ole to do? So I don't understand the argument there. And it's just that I just think Manu was unlucky on the day, but a tad bit bad. They should have done better. Even make it competitive versus the Leicester City.
And do we give them a pass because of the international break, knowing that some of these players were on international duty?
No. I mean, like, how many players really on Manu that played 90 minutes that say, boy, them tight, they're really...
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, let us not use it as excuse. They've been doing this all the time. Yes, maybe Ole should have rotated his squad a little bit more, but this is Leicester. I mean, I don't think Manchester United should have lost 4-2 to Leicester. It's a little bit shambolic and shameful, and I won't put it entirely on the coach's shoulder.
All right, Junior, so Ole has overseen losses to young boys in recent memory. West Ham in the EFL Cup, Aston Villa, and they won at last seconds against Villarreal in the Champions League. We know say you are say Ole out, but how much of this set with the players? I mean, are the players really playing for these badge for the badge?
Look, come on, I understand what come on say. I agree with what come on say, but I think the comments that are being made only within this time frame, within this splice of time, right?
Uh-huh.
We have to look back at history, look back at Ole's tenure. Ole plays around with his lineups, right? And then we will sit down. I will sit down and say, it's an idiot lineup, idiot lineup, idiot lineup. And then when his job gets in jeopardy, when the public pressure gets high enough, he draws for the right team, right? He drew for the right team, but guess what? They just had a bad day. But Ole did not give himself an opportunity to have a bad day because he has had a bad day how many times over the last couple of weeks. So we can't come back now and say, oh, and play the right side, no, we have to blame the players. No, you still have to blame the coach because if you were playing, if you never play McTominay and Fred, if you were giving Danny a chance, I promise you, we wouldn't lose the young boys. We wouldn't lose half of these games or our drop points already. So when we lose to Leicester, I would be sitting here now like, yo, it's a bad day in the office. The man just come back from international break. We'll kick up a side in the midweek. But he did not give himself that leeway. So he shortened his own rope by playing checkers on a chessboard with his team. This team that you have, if your team is fit, play them on them. You're going into the international break. Why you didn't play your strongest team going into the international break? Why put yourself at risk at losing going into the international break? And what happened? You lose. So when you come back now, your job is on the line. Everybody knows Ole's job is on the line. Look at the schedule. This was a game they had to win. This was a must-win game. That was too much pressure. And when you look on the players, I can't blame the players. Can't blame them. How many times have this lineup played together? How many times have we seen Pogba play central defensive midfield beside Matic? And we just expect them to turn it on? That's madness, man.
Big up Marlon Hines. Marlon says, how did Harry Maguire get the captaincy for Manchester United is beyond me. Big up Prime Minister. Prime Minister says, ball, West Ham United playing with a purpose. Antonio was good. Bug, Ole is the bug. No clues how to beat a poor Leicester team. Maguire shouldn't have been on the field after halftime. At fault for at least 3 goals. Let me read some stats for one of that. Before we 104 games into their tenure. Klopp and Ole. Klopp has 196 points from those 104 games. Ole had 194 points. All right. So at 104 games into each of those tenure, it seems like those coaches were comparable. They were close. What has really happened is that it seems Klopp has really taken off in the next half of his career, whereas Ole has not taken off. When you look at Klopp, following in Klopp's next 123 Premier League games, he won 283 points at an average at 2.3 per game, and it elevated his team to another level. Whereas Ole is not making the next jump. So he was doing well, and because the loss to Leicester City, they were unbeaten in 29 games away from home, right? And then you said, brother, how comes we lost before the international break and you show up and do this now?
Is bad timing, is karma, is bad luck. But the difference between Klopp and Ole, you see that first 100 and something games?
104 games, yeah.
4 games. Klopp was trying to find his best team, right? I don't think Ole knows what his best team is after 104 games. He's still experimenting, and that's the difference between a big coach and a full coach. There's a meme out there about with Lampard and saying use Lampard as an example. Lampard had a team and had no idea how to deploy that team. And you bring in a coach with sense and then win Champions League. Guess what? If Zidane was to take over Man U tomorrow, Man U automatically become favorites for Champions League. One of the favorites. Automatically. Where right now, people are thinking that they're going to go to the Europa Cup. That is how big of a difference a coach make. One coach, one change. If you remove Ole right now and put in Klopp at Manchester United, Man U probably scored three goals per game for the first month and under Klopp. That's just how big of a difference the coaching is. So we can't compare apples to orange. Klopp is a big coach, improved himself. The proof was when Liverpool played against, was it City? I think it was a City game or it was a Chelsea game. The game when Liverpool made no changes coming out at halftime, but ran. I think it was City, and they ran City off the field in the second half, right? That's coaching. I don't have to make a change and my team play different. Show me a time when Ole do that.
Yeah. Come on, you get the last say on this. Big up to Dre7. Dre7 say him who up Antonio Conte's phone is not on silent this week. Come on, Ole.
Listen. 11 games, right? 14 goals conceded, 5 games won, 4 losses, 2 draws. Junior, you need a change. I mean, you're bringing Cristiano Ronaldo to make the team better, right? It has not been better. I mean, like, now and then you get little glimpses and whatever. And I'm not even sure if Ole is the culprit right here. You have some players on your team that are just not good enough to wear Manchester United badge. Like Matic yesterday. I mean, he was just not a fit yesterday. You know, so if you guys want to, because we know, even though we talk about Vardy being old, we know that a fit Vardy is a fast Vardy. And yesterday Leicester came with speed. So I don't know if Ole is the difference, Junior. Just to be honest. Sometimes you see your team is not consistent enough. And if the coach puts the right personnel on the pitch and the inconsistencies show up, then how can we blame the coach?
Come on, Marlon Hines, big up yourself. Marlon is asking what's going on with Sancho. Sancho, a high price transfer in the summer. Is it too early to say this is a bust, or is it just give the youth more time to play?
I mean, ask Marlon, I mean the Manchester United.
But you are the objective ball analyst. Junior will be the biased opinion later.
I just think it's Junior done. I could not tell the last time I see Junior posted the group Lego the done. Junior realized that the done need a little bit of Lego in. But I don't know. I really don't know. Yesterday I don't know. I should say he looked out of place, but I don't really remember a match that Sancho took the game by the reins. I really don't see where Sancho slid in and became that player that Junior hopes and thinks he is. Maybe he needs time, but he's not an academy player. He's a professional English player who should be used to the players, the climate, the atmosphere, and he's not showing up. So maybe he's a Bundesliga player. Maybe he's not an EPL player. I don't know how long do I think he's going to give him an opportunity for, but I just think he's not a good fit. I wouldn't say he's a bust because me have my problems over the blue side, but I just don't think he has done enough to say that he's a quality buy for Manchester United.
You're bringing a sensible coach that have cable and have a good memory. look at Bundesliga tapes of Sancho. Where is Sancho playing?
On the right side.
Right wing. So the first thing a sensible coach is going to come in and says, look, Ronaldo, take Greenwood under your wing. Sancho go play right wing. Rashford go play left wing. I don't do anything. It's just that simple.
Yeah, I think at some point, with his ineffectiveness on the left side, they invested so much in him. They have to throw him on the right. Granted, Greenwood is playing well, but you have to throw some. I mean, we saw Sancho do exceptional things on the right side, and it's just why. Big up to Dalton. Dalton said baller is Salah, Firmino, Leicester, and West Ham. Ballers.
Yeah, but how do you do that to Greenwood though? I mean, how do you pluck Greenwood from that preferred position and say, yes, Greenwood, you have done well for us. You've been scoring for us. You've been showing us up for us in games. But we want to put Sancho right there because we'll pay a whole heap of money for him.
You know how you do that?
You want to break Greenwood's confidence by doing that. And he has been a loyal player for you guys, Junior, and he has showed up.
Go ahead, Junior.
Greenwood is not a winger. He is a striker.
He's supposed to be going in the middle.
Yes, he should be up top. He's a striker. The Badiou's best position. Badiou's best formation.
Hold on, so when I say man you need for borrow the man with JSF brings to come for watch film.
Ole is just an idiot, yeah.
I mean, the way I would approach a Greenwood situation, and I know that CR7 or Cavani will be the linchpin going on the middle. And Greenwood has done exceptionally well on that right wing. But as a team, we have bigger fish to fry. We have common objective. Sancho is part of the fold, and we want him to get going also. And ultimately, Greenwood cannot play every minute, every game. You have whole heap of matches to play. So at some point, you need to show Sancho on the right and say, brother, stretch your legs.
But so you're saying if we as football fans out here see play here, so this is preferred position, we say what he's doing is not working. You see the coach and the assistant coach and the technical director and Fergie, because me and you know the Fergie push him nose in it. Go to training, watch the film, and don't see the issues and say to correct it. Maybe work in training. Maybe that's like when you practice certain corners and things in training. Maybe this formation works in training.
Well, there goes the problem. In training, they are training against Phil Jones, Eric Bailly. Coming after against Phil Jones, Lindelof, and Eric Bailly. Who else?
And unless they're going to have a closed door scrimmage with a team, and they do it, but this is what they do in training. Just like how we see them practice corners and short throwings and all them little something there. So I don't know what to tell you. I am okay with your side being sucky because I'm more points to my side.
Big up Crime Minister. Crime Minister said the answer is play the young players and bench CR7.
That is, are you crazy? Are you crazy? You never see Sir Fergie almost bust a vessel the other day. Are you crazy? No. Bench who?
Come on, that is one option. My last point on this Manchester United foolishness. We see Pogba played out of position on the left wing, right? Nobody never ever asks the question, why the hell Bruno can't play out of position? Why isn't Bruno the one playing on the left wing with Pogba going down the middle? No, we realize a lot of people are sidestepping these obvious questions, And I'm going to give the answer. Ole has his favorites. It's that simple. If you're my favorite, I'm going to make sure you're comfortable. If you're not my favorite, you're going to do what me says. So Pogba going to play left wing. I want to play McTominay and Fred because McTominay and Fred are my favorites. You're my...
I not believe that because I think every coach, fool or not, wants to win. And I think when Ole but in a real fire, I think he will do the right. I don't know about no favorite. He's just fool. Your coach just fool. He's not fool.
But stepping away from the Manchester United versus Leicester City, Manchester United gets ready for Champions League game. We'll look at the Champions League schedule this week. Other big takeaways from this weekend EPL action. Liverpool beat the bricks off Watford. Like you said, Bobby Firmino was excellent. Good to see him back on the grass. Manchester City was also outstanding. But Chelsea escape, come on, against the busy Brentford team.
Yo, let me tell you something. Brentford had 7 shots on goal. 7. Chelsea had 1. We're over 98 million pound player. And this is his 6th game without a goal. Yes, a striker won't score in every game. Yes, he may have been effective. He crossed the ball to Timo Werner and it was eventually called offside. And then was Timo Werner born offside? I'm like, 4 offside and all them. I don't understand what Chelsea is doing. Our defense was a little bit slacking. For the last 15 minutes, Brentford camp in our 18. Not even our half, in the box. Like, it take bodies. What they do, Chabola, his clearance was, I
Yeah,
forget my
that
name.
much, yeah.
He was at the right place at the right time because that ball was going in. Mendy, I don't say, oh, Kepa gets to the field again. Mendy was Superman. But we can't, even though the goalkeeper is a part of the defensive setup, we can't always put the pressure on the goalkeeper because it's one man. We were poor and we were lucky. That's all I can say. The possession, we had more possession on the ball, but we had more offsides. We can't give away precious possession and precious, advantages by being offside. But the shots on target is troublesome. For the entire 90 plus, we had one shot on goal. My goodness, man, it is ridiculous. And we have to get Lukaku firing. TT is saying that he has no problem with Lukaku not scoring in 6 Premier League games because he's unselfish. Really?
Yeah, Junior over there laugh.
It's just madness. You pay him, you bought him, you brought him in to score goals. So his job is to score goals. If he's not scoring goals, he needs to be assisting. This is 6 games without scoring. He has to do better. And we just can't play like this. We can't. A better team than Brentford would have punished us yesterday.
Yeah.
A team like Liverpool would have probably put 6 or 7 passes yesterday. We have to do that. I'm worried about Chelsea. I really am worried.
Yeah, Junior.
Quick point. Brentford is for real. That's number 1. Number 2, that was a championship winning game by Chelsea. It's a game that you play bad and you still win. And your number one supporter is on Ballchat right now, cussing your side for winning a game. That is a champ. That's where champions are made.
Yeah.
And for your Liverpool comment, Liverpool had their chance, and what happened? They didn't score the 6 goals.
Yeah, they didn't take the 3 points.
So look, Lukaku is Lukaku. He walk like a duck, talk like a duck, quack like a duck, but you don't want things say a dog a bark. I don't want things say a lion a roar. It's not a lion. Lukaku is Lukaku. But Chelsea is a dominant team. Liverpool is a dominant team. Chelsea is showing why they are title favorites this year for the championship. They play so bad and they still find a way for. Imagine, come on, look at me, look at my background. You see that guy behind me? He was right hand for have a terrible game and still win 1-0.
That was how I was standing yesterday watching the game. I couldn't sit the last 15 minutes of Chelsea versus. I was standing with my hands like that. When Chabola cleared the ball off of the line, oh my God, my arm almost dropped my ground. I mean, I know it is early in the season, but we like to set the pace. And yes, we're top of the league, but we have to fix the shit, Juna. We have to right the ship. We can't play everybody like how we play Brentford. We can't win games with one shot on. Well, yeah, we win it yesterday, one shot on goal. But I really don't want to win games with one shot on goal. We can't have one of the most expensive strikers in the English Premier League and only have one shot on goal.
But do you know this is Lukaku? You know that? And I agree.
I don't know. I'm going Inter, go get ripe. I'm going Inter, go learn how to score goals. Come over yourself and bring it over yourself. Listen, you know how I feel about Lukaku. I don't want my Chelsea man them for school. But I am not impressed by him. And it's not every game he can bully players. Pinnock had a good game. I was so touched from Pinnock, who was too injured to come play for Jamaica. But anyway, Pinnock had a good game for the 90 minutes. Chelsea could barely penetrate Brentford's defense. Brentford is a championship team, and they haven't beaten Chelsea since what? No, they have not played against Chelsea since 1946. What the commentators went to do? You remember Benton? There was something like 19 enough years. They have not played Chelsea. So we cannot win games like that, Junior. And even I fear that playing at Manchester United like that would result in a defeat.
Chelsea said we have one more game remaining before the weekend is out for this round of matches are wrapped up. Arsenal plays Crystal Palace tomorrow. Chelsea's at the summit, sitting on top, 19 points. Norwich at the bottom with 2 points. Man City defeated Burnley before we move away from EPL. Man City defeated Burnley as expected. But I want to get your thoughts on Raheem Sterling during the international break. There was a lot of news about Raheem. Raheem did an interview where, to paraphrase, he said he doesn't mind looking overseas to play elsewhere. He needs minutes on the field. Pep Guardiola followed up at the pre-match presser on Friday. Says he wants people to be happy, but he understands if a man need to go on, him go on. Your thoughts on that assessment, and is the days of Raheem Sterling at Man City numbered?
But we just said this before. From short socks, Grealish, get for forward. We already said this. Raheem was supposed to, we even said Raheem should have gone back to Liverpool or Raheem to find a club when we forgot. We talked about this.
Okay,
so the
so
only
you think
person
he's gone?
who never expect this, but the only person who never expect this was Raheem.
Okay.
Like I would say, how can I buy a Porsche and keep on drive my Honda every day, my Honda Civic, my beat up Oopsie? That's not how it works. So Pep's response to me was diplomatic, but basically Pepper said, if you want, go on, you go on.
Yeah.
Raheem should have left when Grealish came because he knew he was going to be surplus. Worse, if them go January and get Harry Kane, I mean, like, come on. So him need to do what is best for him. I mean, this is how it is, his business.
Yeah, Raheem Sterling. And Junior, just some quick hits away from this weekend's EPL action. Jurgen Klopp says that how Mohamed Salah is the best in the world. I mean, how could he not be the best in the world? And the Raheem Sterling situation. You care to chime in on the comment by Klopp and this Raheem situation? Marlon says Fergie would win the treble with this team. Come on, you shouldn't worry much about your team. I mean, they're finding a way to win. Junior, go ahead.
It's unfortunate that Klopp has to campaign for a player that he has video evidence. That to me that comment from Klopp is like saying, hey guys, despite the video showing that the sun rises in the east, I still have to remind you because it seems like you don't remember or you don't want to believe when the sun's Salah is the best player in the Premier League right now. There's no player better.
Wait, hold on, not the Premier League, Junior.
Well,
he is top, quote. Klopp said he's top. We all see it. Who is better than him?
Hold on. Klopp, hold on. Salah is the best player in the Premier League right now. Right? He's the best player in the Premier League right now. Now, if you want to talk about the best goal scorers in the world, Lewandowski and my boy, where they are Germany right now, is looking at Salah and say, relax, right? But he's the best player in the Premier League right now, and he's amongst the best players in the world. There's no one best player in the world. But it is very unfortunate that Salah is an afterthought, even in the Premier League.
Because he's not English.
Because he's not English. And it's very disheartening. Very disheartening. And as for Sterling, who ironically is English, he seems to have a melanin problem. Because he seems to think that just because I am English, I'm going to say it. Just because I'm English, I should get the respect. Well, no, dude, you need to remember that you're white. You cannot be conveniently black.
You're white.
You're black. You can't be conveniently black. So don't act like you're white. You're not a white guy. You're not going to be the face of Manchester City.
But it's not unfair though. I mean, what he's saying is give me my due. I have been a loyal servant to Manchester City. Give me my fair due. Until Raheem falls off, maybe like until him farm come dip, I think he should be afforded the respect. All right, Junior, I see what you're saying. Yaya Torres said it.
I was just about
remember Yaya Torres said it.
I was just about to say it. I was just about to say, hold a number and join the line. You still have Yaya Torres. You still have Vincent Company. You still have Fernandinho. You still have even Sean Wright Phillips, who is supposed to be a bigger name than you, because guess what? You have not delivered a Champions League for Man City on a super side. So nobody come talk about get respect, what this and that. You haven't delivered anything. Dude, you are a replaceable part in the eyes of Pep. You play left wing, and the man go out there and bring in a left winger for top money. If you never get the hint at that time, something is wrong.
Was that a hint?
Something wrong.
That was a hint?
Unless he look at Pep and say, Pep, I can play the number 9 position, Aguero gone, give me a chance at number 9. Maybe that's what he wants to do. I don't.
And he would not be a good number 9. We love Raheem Sterling because he's Jamaican, blah, blah, blah. But he would not be a great number 9. I'm sorry. But to agree with you, as I said, it wasn't a hint. It was blatant. It was right in your face. It wasn't a hint like hint like, oh, wink, wink, or, it was blatant. And I go back to the Porsche and the Honda Hoopty thing. As long as Grealish come and is performing, which he has been doing, so I mean, we can't cuss him. Then Raheem is in a spot of bother. So yes, Pep is saying Raheem don't make the door hit you where the good Lord spit you. So you can't come talk about that. They can't go on. So Raheem have to do what have to do. Real Madrid, I don't know if I think Real Madrid is a good fit for Raheem, but it is what it is.
Looking ahead, yeah, Junior, go ahead.
He cannot play in Spain. He cannot play in Italy.
Why?
We'll see. I wouldn't make no pronouncement. He cannot do this and cannot do that. Let's see how. Yeah.
No, Benton, I'm going to say it.
All right, you be that guy.
Because look at the Spanish league ball, and look at if you cannot strive under Pep Guardiola in England, how the hell are you going to strive in Spain?
If Martin Braithwaite can play at Barcelona, the cricketer, Raheem Sterling can play in La Liga. All right.
So what Braithwaite is doing? Him injured, so I don't know. So what Braithwaite has been doing at Barcelona is playing football.
Well, he did play some pretty decent games at Leganés before he got to Barcelona. So he still played in La Liga.
Come on. Is Barcelona the gold standard now for Spanish league?
Like Benton, you should have shame.
Yeah, but we have to just.
When we're talking about Atletico Madrid, when we're talking about big names in Spain, in La Liga, let us not throw Barcelona around willingly.
If Lingard can go to Barcelona and play in Spanish league, then Raheem Sterling can go there too. All right.
No, you're really disrespect Raheem. There's so many. I know. Listen, there are a lot of teams in the English Premier League that would pay good money for Raheem.
Yes, he has a home.
They would use it. I know for a fact that Crystal Palace could do well with a Raheem Sterling.
Yeah, he will find games somewhere there. But Junior, I know you have a hard time to leave. You have to leave in a minute or so. We don't want to leave before getting an assessment, your thoughts on this Manchester United versus Liverpool game. We have to put you under the spotlight, Junior. Manchester United versus Liverpool this Sunday in the EPL. Big game. Your formal prediction, and is this Ole's big game to win?
That's not a big game, Benton.
It's not a big game.
Man U is that's a draw game.
That's a draw game. Okay.
What is going to be Ronaldo? That is a Ronaldo game. Even though it depends on what happened in the midweek.
Yeah, Champions League. We'll look at the Champions League schedule. Both teams have Champions League matches in the middle of the week. So you're going with a draw in that EPL fixture against Liverpool. Yeah. Come on, surely Liverpool must have to kick up this side.
And the way I call it 3-1 for Liverpool.
Yeah, I mean, surely Liverpool has to separate. Junior, before you check out and leave us, any final thoughts on Champions League coming up this week, and anything else you want to say to the family, because you have to leave, you have to step up?
Well, when it comes out to Champions League football this week, I'm a Manchester United fan. I'm looking forward to Thursday. Let me just put it that way.
At Thursday? What go on Thursday?
Europa.
But versus Liverpool you know, I think this is a chance for Mohamed Salah to signal to the world that he's one of the best. We all know he's one of the best. People outside the world, outside of England, knows that Salah is one of the best. Go out there against Cholo and dominate Atletico Madrid. And make the whole world see that you are world class again. And remind the English fans why you are the best player in England. That's what I'm looking forward to this.
So you're looking forward to Liverpool versus Atletico Madrid. Big game in Champions League this week, this Tuesday. In Champions League action. Come on, other big games that you're looking forward to in Champions League this coming match day.
Benfica and Bayern Munich, I think, will probably be a good enough match. Same thing with Liverpool. I think Liverpool and Atletico, PSG, I don't know if I like the one there. But I think Ajax and Dortmund is pretty even though the pundits have Ajax favored to win. I think it's going to be an interesting enough game.
So, all right. The ramification for Liverpool versus Manchester United in the EPL. Both teams have big games in the middle of it. Atalanta for Manchester United and Liverpool has Atletico Madrid. Should Manchester United have an advantage going into that EPL game knowing that they only are playing? Not to disrespect no Atalanta fans. Don't bother sending a hate mail, but after two teams, I would figure that Atalanta would be a lesser of the opponents.
We really can't select now because Atalanta have a tendency to score goals. They tend to score goals. So I think they probably take it to Man U, but you're right. And we know that Klopp, he doesn't like to really change things up. And if you really look at the Liverpool squad, who is it that he's really going to change? A Milner here and a Henderson there, So his core players would actually play. So you're right. I think Liverpool would have a tougher time during the week and will probably need a little bit more time to recover, when it is to play against Manchester United. But I still think they can pull it off.
I completely 100% disagree.
I thought you left, Junior. I thought you said you had to leave at 5:45.
Well, I disagree. Before I leave.
Yes, good. Junior, get your final point in before you leave again.
Atletico Madrid plays slow, methodical football. Liverpool will not be playing full 90 minutes, full rev. You just say a while ago, come on, that Atalanta can score. Well, guess what? Varane is still injured. Maguire's confidence is in the dumps. Atalanta should score at Old Trafford. So you know what that means? Man U is chasing the game for 90 minutes. If Liverpool score early, I don't see Griezmann and Suarez scoring against Virgil and company. So Liverpool can easily, the only thing that can affect them is the travel. I think Liverpool travels to Spain while Man U is staying home. That's the only thing that will affect them. But come Sunday, it's going to be even. There will be no, we had a harder game Tuesday. It will be none of that. I think Man U will actually have a harder game than Liverpool.
Yeah. All right, big game coming up in Champions League and EPL. Keep your eye on Manchester United playing Atalanta. That game is on Wednesday. And keep your eye on Manchester United and get ready for the EPL matchup against Liverpool. Keep your eye on also Liverpool versus Atletico Madrid. Big game in Champions League and other mouth-watering matches that's coming down Tuesday and Wednesday. Any other game or games that you're looking forward to come on before we move away from Champions League and get some other news in?
Man City and Club Brugge. Let us see if Raheem Sterling can really put a stamp on it and just say, I belong or I deserve. So that's another game that we see. Club Brugge, they have been doing well, but Man City is the favorite to win. So, I'll be watching that game as well. Real Madrid is favored to win versus Shakhtar. But sometimes Shakhtar, have a moment of magic. So let us see if they can provide an upset.
Big games coming up. This AC Milan Porto game, you expecting anything, any drama in that game?
Apart from them gonna fight, I too little idiot DVD beside this. Porto have the advantage that Porto draw versus Milan lost all two of their games so far. So I think Porto might have the edge. I think I like Porto because they're physical. AC Milan is kind of physical too, but Porto have physical players. So we'll see.
So,
I think Porto. They said, and the pundits have Porto favorite to win.
So crazy thing in Group D of the Champions League, Sheriff is leading that group. Inter Milan, Real Madrid, and Shakhtar Donetsk. Sheriff plays Inter Milan. Is this where Sheriff, the good charm, the good period runs out? This is where the luck ends for them, as they play Inter.
No, I really don't think so. Inter, they're winless, right?
Yeah.
And Sheriff won both. The goal, I mean, they've scored more goals. Sheriff scored 4 goals, 1 goal against, versus Inter, no goals, 1 goal. I know them draw 1, them lose 1. I don't think Inter will beat Sheriff. I think Sheriff there's this confidence about them. So they beat a Real Madrid. So I think they think that they're invisible. So I think Sheriff will actually pull off an upset. And if they do, they will be 9 points. Yeah. And they have to pray that Real Madrid lose.
Now, if Sheriff actually makes it through to the next round of Champions League, that would be historic indeed. Big. Like
the thing, make some little DVD beside the whole team.
Yes, we love to see it. It's good to see the little teams, from nowhere that step forward and get something. Champions League match day Tuesday and Wednesday and of this week, and of course big EPL game coming up this weekend against Manchester United against Liverpool. Before we move away from European football, come on, a big news that occurred this weekend or this past week or while we were on international break. It's the takeover of Newcastle United. Newcastle's owner now reportedly the richest owner in EPL, a net worth of £320 billion thereabout, which is approximately more than 10 times the amount of the Man City owner. Come on, a lot of human rights allegation aside, but the Saudi-backed group is now in charge at Newcastle. Do you expect them to upset the regular routine with the Chelsea, the cities of the world, and Manchester United in this league?
They'll fit right in. They spend the money, bring in the play. Listen, I saw fans today dressed like the owners. I saw fans today had the garb. I saw them today and I'm like, wow, you guys forgot everything that we were talking about last week, but you're excited for the game today. It was a sold out crowd. It was completely wrong. So I think fans are so fickle. When some people will talk about the human rights, fans just want to win games, stay in the Premier League, and get some good baller.
Yeah,
that's it.
There's a talk that Lucien Favre, Frank Lampard, not a talk, there's reported news that Frank Lampard, Lucien Favre, and Steven Gerrard are potentially 3 candidates that are being considered to replace one Mr. Steve Bruce. Steve Bruce is definitely on the way out.
Yeah, but why though? I mean, Steve Bruce...
Because Steve Bruce is a bug coach, that's why.
Okay, so you're going to get rid of Steve Bruce, bug coach, and bring in Lampard, a bigger bug? I think Steven Gerrard is not a no-no. Because I think, even though Nona win today, I think he was worried. We always ask him, why did you take this crappy job? Steven Gerrard, he's winning trophies. Where are you going? You're comfortable. Stay over there and dominate.
But come on, who wouldn't want this project with so much money that's going to be given to you to go out and sign any player? Because you have the financial backing of an owner who's lucrative. I mean, who has money to spend.
Yeah, but at some point, financial fair play will come in.
You see what happened to Man City?
Yeah, they will be under the microscope because of all the excitement excitement and drama around them. But yes, but we have realized that not because the players cost money means they're good. Look, for example, look at the perfect example is Chelsea goalkeeper situation.
Yes, yes,
Kepa
yes.
is the most expensive goalkeeper in England, and I wouldn't be surprised if Mendy is the cheapest one. And look at the disparity. Kepa will never see the pitch as long as Mendy is 100%. So not because they have the money to spend and get some players mean that they're going to be effective. So, we shall see. Lampard is not an exceptional coach to take up this project. And Steven Gerrard is like, why not give it to Wayne Rooney since we have to throw money so?
Come on, they want to win. This is why they get rid of Steve Bruce.
Well, hey, would we be surprised if we see Jose Mourinho?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either because ultimately at the end of the day, they have money. The new owners have expressed this commitment to move up the table and let Newcastle United become recognizable as the days of Alan Shearer and the like. So we shall see. We shall see. A lot of money now in the English Premier League is the rich owners stepping in. We want to get your thoughts on another big news that's happened during the international break. FIFA has officially started an assessment, a feasibility study to evaluate the option of having the World Cup every 2 years, a biennial situation. Come on, are you down with this idea of having the World Cup every 2 years? It's another Saudi-backed project. Infantino said that, you know what, they want the World Cup, to paraphrase it, why the World Cup cannot garner the same hype as the Super Bowl or etc. Your thoughts on this feasibility study?
Well, if they're going to talk about the Super Bowl, why not keep it every year? Why not keep the World Cup every year at the end of the season? It's just madness. At some point, we're going to get watered down products. That's what we're going to. It's going to be watered down. The players are already fatigued. The players are already, playing all these other competitions. They're playing for their clubs. I mean, the wear and tear on these players' bodies. And I just think it is not going to be as exciting if it's every 2 years because we look forward to this build-up every 4 years. All the World Cup qualifications, all the in-betweens, the friendlies, and give it this ultimate celebration. So I'm not for the every 2 years. I think it just won't be as good as what we have come to expect.
Yeah, I'm Arsene Wenger, Chief Development Officer for FIFA's Global Football Project, is the one who's a big voice behind this 2 year cycle of the World Cup.
Because he want to make money, he's not making enough money because he's not at Arsenal anymore.
and do you buy this idea? There's this notion or this notion from those who are advocating for the 2 year cycle of the World Cup, saying that it will give more teams a chance to qualify for the World Cup. If they have it every 4 years, a team like Jamaica can get a chance to qualify more often as opposed to this 4 year cycle currently.
Did I not say water though? I mean, Jamaica is my side, yes. But if we are going to water down the competition to allow a watered down Jamaica who don't play through the middle, toss a long ball. I mean, is that what we're going to buy our 75-inch TV to watch? No. I mean, people have to save up their money because me must save up my hard-earned money to come watch Jamaica and Trinidad and Curacao play some long washout football. Come on now, let the things stay at 4 years. That's just, give us that thing, the excitement. We don't want to water down football. Yeah. If we want to water down football, we watch Crystal Palace and Manchester United weekly.
I watch Crystal Palace and Arsenal, which will be on tomorrow. Before we step away from, let's segue to Yard Ballers. Before we get to Yard Ballers, once again, football family, subscribe to the channel. It's wall-to-wall coverage of football. We review major news and some of the major news in the world of football. So subscribe. Up the likes. We have a lot of people watching. Before we get to Yard Ballers, come on. Let's take a look at the World Cup Qualifiers. Match day 6 just concluded for CONCACAF. Let's take a look at the lay of the land remind listeners of how things are in CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers. Jamaica moved up the table to the 6th position. Of course, Mexico still sitting on top, 14 points. USA, 11 points. Canada, 10. Panama, 8. Costa Rica, 6. Jamaica, 5. Jamaica and El Salvador on 5 points. And Honduras on 3 points. Honduras already sacked their coach. Fabian Coito got the boot after the loss to Jamaica. Reports were that he was already on the way out after collapsing against the U.S. Big takeaway from this last international window for you in CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers. Come on.
The cream just rises to the top. I mean, we knew that it would be Mexico, USA, Canada. The 4th place spot is really the one up for grabs. Yes, we're still in it. Technically, we're still in it. We're in 6th position. If we beat El Salvador, it will put us in a better position. But at the same time, we have to hope for a Panama loss and a Costa Rica loss. If Panama and Costa Rica loses, then the 4th place spot is actually ours to hold on to until the next window opens. So we are still in it, but it is going to be a struggle because Panama beat us 3-0. Yes, we can always talk about the squad selection, but Panama is a good enough team that can give us trouble. El Salvador, I think they're the same like Honduras, where they're going through a transition, and they may not be able to match up with us like how we kind of match. Let me take that back. El Salvador and Jamaica kind of match up because we're a little bit more physical than them, but they're a little bit speedy as well. So we have the speed, them have the speed. So it's going to be interesting. If we don't want a draw will do nothing for us, right? We really need to win when we play against El Salvador. And FIFA just came in and they said that El Salvador can have fans, but they can't have fans behind the goals. So that, I think, is an advantage for us. Nobody behind Andre Blake or Ballot Ole. So, hopefully Jamaica can get the 3 points.
Yeah, Jamaica play El Salvador next match day window on November 12th. And FIFA, yes, sanctioned El Salvador Football Federation preventing fans from behind the goals. Apparently there was accusation of pointers using lasers along with other chants, right? So, so Jamaica next match day, El Salvador November 12th, and on November 16th we'll play Team USA, and then we'll take a break until January 27th. Big games coming down for the Reggae Boys, and every game is a big game. Ultimately, before we get to Yard Ballers, I want to hear your thoughts. Is Canada the best team that you've seen in this group? On the fact that Mexico is leading, but is Canada the best team that you've seen?
I think so. They're the same goals for as Mexico. Mexico probably have allowed 1 goal less to come in. But yeah, I think so. Mexico have the better record. Well, let us say that. Mexico have the best record out here. They've won 4 games versus Canada 1-2, and them draw 4. But Canada has not lost a game, which is also impressive. So I really think Canada is a team to watch. I am surprised because they haven't really done well before. So with the crop of players that they have, I think that they can actually do real damage and be one of the teams that go through to the World Cup.
All right, yeah, big up. We'll get ready for match day window 7 on November 12th. All right, let's get the Yard Ballers highlighting Jamaican football players playing their trade and Jamaican football. Yard Ballers, come on.
So, I always advocate for Nico Brett. So Nico Brett, he had a goal and assist during the week for Birmingham. He's now on 17 goals. So he's one of the top 4 goal scorers in the USL. Zico Lewis is on 9 assists, one of the top 5 Jamaican players in the USL with so many assists. Chantel Swaby scored a goal for Rangers. Rangers won 5-0. Kadeem Dacre scored a goal for Memphis versus Atlanta 2. Memphis is just sitting outside of the playoff zone. So I think they're going to make it into playoffs. Shamar Nicholson scored a goal today in a 2-0 win versus Genk. Jamal Lowe scored a goal for Bournemouth in a 2-0 victory over Bristol City. Bobby Reed scored a goal in a 4-1 victory for Rangers. And we can't forget Dane Kelly, who is the USL scoring king. He scored 2 goals for Charlotte Independence in a 5-1 victory versus Charleston Battery. So the Jamaicans are doing pretty well. So a couple of Jamaicans have qualified for the playoffs in USL. Charlotte Independence, Pittsburgh Riverhounds, Miami FC, who else? Birmingham Legion, Louisville City, Phoenix with Darren Mattocks and Lambert. They have all qualified for the USL Championship playoffs. So we have some Jamaicans in the postseason. So be sure to check it out. So that's all I have. We're still waiting on ISA to tell us if they're going to have schoolboy football this year. Brogard is going on like he don't want to free up the place. And I really hope Brogard free up the National Stadium so Jamaicans can attend the El Salvador game, because we need all the help that
the US game. So the US game
US
is
game. Sorry, El Salvador, El Salvador.
yes.
The US game in November. I hope Brogard free it up so people can go watch it, because we're going to go and go watch it. So.
Yeah, the Jamaica definitely needs some fans in the stands for that US game on November 16th. And you said that ISA is still trying to figure out if they want to host schoolboy football this year. I mean, they have to find a way to get these kids playing this season, right? I mean,
they do, but some of the kids are saying that they're not. Because remember, they did say that if you want to play, you have to be vaccinated, right?
Yes,
you have to have the COVID-19 vaccination.
Yeah.
And I remember that some of these kids are ruled by their parents. They still live by their parents.
Yeah.
If their parents are not for the vaccinations, they're not going to allow their kids to go. So I think they're trying to figure out, the schools and the players who want to participate. So that they're running into that. Plus, it is still a pandemic, and the Ministry of Health is still working on it. I think yesterday we had 17 people who died from COVID, and the numbers are still high. And Brogard is still having curfews, is still having no movement days. So I think the logistics are just ridiculous, and people are not sure what to do. But people are also talking about the hypocrisy when it comes to horse racing over by Caymanas Park. That's allowed to go on, and they have fans over there who attend horse racing. So what is the problem with some football? Are they saying that football fans are unruly?
Yeah, we've heard the similar sentiment, but have to figure out a thing. We have to figure out the best way forward. Of course, the Jamaican football, trying to get the players, get high school football back on the team. I mean, even if it will be a truncated season, because it would have started in September. You know what? A lot of players want to get back on the field, but as Kamon stated, it's just there are stipulations, and we're in a pandemic. Big games this week. Come on, Champions League middle of the week matches. Big game. Manchester United versus Chelsea on the weekend. Versus Liverpool on the weekend, not Chelsea. In fact, Chelsea would love to play Manchester United right about now. And we also have Liverpool versus Atletico Madrid. Big game in Champions League. Big game. Final thoughts on this upcoming matches. Come on.
They're exciting matches. It's going to be interesting to see Leicester versus Arsenal. Arsenal kind of, I think Arsenal kind of find them way. So let's see if Leicester can really, beat them up. So, it's going to be interesting. Chelsea versus Newcastle, we have to do better, as I said, in the attacking third. We're not doing enough right, there. And we are putting pressure on Mendy that don't deserve or don't need to be pressured like that. So those are good matches that I expect to watch and expect to see. Chelsea really are going to beat up Norwich, because Norwich is no good. They're not ready. So we should be good.
So Arsenal, next weekend...
Yeah,
next weekend, Brentford plays Leicester City, come on, not Arsenal. and Arsenal plays Aston Villa.
No, after October 30th.
Aston Villa.
Yeah, that's good. That's going to be, if I mean you are, I know you know say I rate Vardy, even though him old, but when Vardy is there, it gives Leicester an extra push.
Yes.
So it's going to be awesome to see a Tony go against, and Ivan Tony has been kind of quiet. So let's see if this is the time that he wants to turn up.
Yep. Football Family Champions League EPL action. Remember to subscribe to the channel, family. Up the subscription. I see a lot of you watching. Hit the subscribe button, family, and smash the like button. What I'm doing now. Smash the like button. Yo, we did watch along this week. We highlighted Jamaican football, club football back, Manchester United still in misery, Ollie out fans getting louder, Champions League coming up this week. Come on, we're gone a road now, family.
Bye.